Howdy everybody. All right, now we are going to go for a drive in this incredible original 1969 Chevrolet Blazer CST in the gorgeous red. Again, all original paint, original 44,000 documented miles, San Angelo, Texas truck its entire life. This one is the last of its kind. It's a cold day here in Georgia, 33 degrees right now. All I did was back it up out of the garage. And I do have a heated garage, by the way, so no worries. She is pampered. So yeah, let's go take it for a ride. It's basically a cold start because I have not driven her. All I did was back it out. So here we go. I like to give it 2 pumps. 1, 2. Let's see, how's that oil pressure coming up? Fuel gauge, she works. 43,800 original miles. I've got the service docs to prove it. Temperature, you can see the temperature is cold because it's cold out there. Now don't ask me if the heat and air work because this truck is original. 1969, it has not been changed to R134 or anything. It doesn't look like it's ever been touched, and I'm not about to use it or touch it because it's original. So, and you don't buy something like this to use the heat and air. So, not messing with it. Get this though, the horn still works. The light signals still work. The radio, well, I live in the country in the mountains, so I don't have signal, but the radio, it technically works. Doesn't sound good because the original speaker from 1969, as I'm sure, cracked, but it does turn on and you hear like a little bit of something, so. But again, this is not something, all the lights work. This is not something that's been restored. This is an original truck. And that's the beauty of this. That's the fun of it. You can find restored, you know, not easy, not a 1969, but you can find first gen Blazers restored. But to find a 1969, again, less than 4,900 were made and less than 500 were CSTs. And even less than that had AC, power steering, power brakes, and push button AM radio. This was the most loaded out luxury you can get. And this one is an untouched original. So literally the only one of its kind, I think. Well, let's take her for a spin. Now in my other driving videos, I'm usually getting on it, showing you the horsepower, showing you how great it runs. This truck, it has not been rebuilt. It has not been restored. It is the original 350 V8. You still see all the line marks on the firewall, on the undercarriage. I'm not hossing this around. I only drive it on really nice days, and I'm gentle with it because the engine is original and it's, you know, well over 50 plus years old. So my master mechanic's gone through it, and we did some brake work. Still the original discs on it, but brakes work great now. We just did a light tune and fluid change, but he said he's never seen an engine that age in this condition. So we didn't really have to do much to it. It drives great, it runs great. We put new tires on it. But yeah, it's a gentle driver. You don't want to hoss around something like this. It'd be like, you know, making your grandmother. Would you take your grandmother for a slow walk, or do you want to make her do a sprint? All right, let me show you again. Oil pressure still great. The temperature still cold. It'll come up though, but again, it's 33 degrees outside today in North Georgia. The exhaust sounds amazing though. And again, everything works. I mean, the speedometer, odometer, battery gauge, temperature, original transmission. She shifts beautifully. And really just a nice driver. I love these first gens. 1969. Look at how big the steering wheel is. I love that. I mean, this is just such a classic. And again, when you're in it, I hate using time capsule. It's so overused, but that's really all you can say about this is it's a time capsule. And you just feel it in every touch point and the smell and the look. And it's so funny because when I do drive this, people think it's restored. They're like, great, restoration. I'm like, it's not restored, it's original. No one can believe it. And to be a 1969, only 2 owners and 43,000 miles on it. It's incredible. I mean, this honestly deserves to be in a museum. I almost feel guilty driving it the little bit I do drive it. Now again, I'm gonna go slow because it's cold. I wanna just slightly warm her up slowly. You can see the temperature starting to come up. Everything's looking good, everything's sounding good, everything's feeling good. This truck really does drive great. For, a 1969 unrestored, all original, it does great. Alright, we're getting her up to 50 miles an hour here. One-wheel driving. And again, remember, this is all original, like all the rubber seals in the doors, everything is from 1969. So yeah, it's not going to be the most quiet vehicle, but none of the Blazers were. But you don't hear any weird vibrations, you don't get any weird shake. Staying at a nice 50 miles an hour. Temperatures coming up now slowly. I'm going up a hill. You can even do one finger driving if you wanted to. That's how easy this truck drives, especially with the big steering wheel, the brand new BFGs on it. It's really a pleasure to drive. And to be, well over 50 years old and drive this good. Look at this, 60 miles an hour, one finger on the wheel. That's incredible. That is incredible. Oil pressure, doing just fine. Temperature, raising up a little bit, not quite to the midpoint, but we're doing it nice and slow, being very easy and gentle with this 50-plus-year-old time capsule. But yeah, total joy to drive. Absolutely love this truck. Favorite truck I've ever owned. The most rare truck I've ever owned and ever seen. More than a time capsule, this is a museum piece. And just, again, every touch point. Here, let's do a turn real fast. So I'm having to get on the brake. You can see my speed slowing down. Brakes are great. No squealing, no vibrating, no weirdness. Turn signal works beautifully. The exhaust sound, it's perfect. It's classic and it's classy. It's not too loud, not too much of a rumble, but enough to know, okay, I've got a 350 V8 here, and not just a 350 V8, but one from 1969 and the first generation K5 Blazer. It's epic. When you really think about what you're driving, what you're, sitting in, it's mind-blowing. It really is. This is what changed the SUV game. It was ahead of its time. It was an industry leader. It changed the industry, and it really changed vehicles as we know it. I mean, SUVs are the most wanted, the most sold vehicles in the US, and the Blazer was a literal trailblazer. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Auction is live right now on Bring a Trailer. It ends in 7 days. Today's January 14th, 2023. So hope you guys enjoyed it.